Spoke to Congressman Adam Kinzinger, who serves on the House Foreign Affairs Committee and is a veteran of the Air Force who served in both Iraq and Afghanistan. Congressman, what are the most important questions that you think be answered about what happened in Niger?
Well, there's a lot of important questions. First and foremost, what was the mission? Why was there a lack of support? There's things that the military needs to come forward with, and it seems like they're in the process of doing that. I do think it's important in all of this to note, however, especially with Green Berets, these are people whose job is basically to go to a foreign land unsupported and work with indigenous forces to teach them to, in essence, secure their own country and be a force multiplier. So the idea that we may have Green Berets out on a mission without air support close by is not actually new. That's in fact what they're trained for.
Senator McCain has complained that the military has not been forthcoming with information. Are you happy with how this has been handled?
No, I think, the fact that we heard about 4 deaths and we didn't hear much after that for about a week or 2 was concerning. And now with the pressure building up, we are hearing. I don't doubt that the military was going through their own internal investigation. I think that's essential. And I think we're going to find out when this is all said and done what actually happened. But again, it's kind of a mix. It's number one, we have a right to know, we deserve to know, especially because these are our men and women that we're equipping to go do this important mission. At the other hand, though, we have to always remember, and I think this is essential, being in the military, and especially in special operations, special forces, is an inherently dangerous game. And these men and women do the kinds of things that most Americans shouldn't have to or wouldn't do.
I'm wondering what you think of the president continuing to tweet about his conversation with the family of Sergeant LaDavid Johnson. As you know, the widow, backed up the Congresswoman's account of how she felt about the phone call today. And the president then essentially said that what the widow felt happened did not happen.
I wish the whole thing would go away. I mean, what bothers me is everything's become political now. I mean, the only thing not political is where you go out to eat on Friday. That's probably going to change, and soon restaurants will be political. But up until now, the one it kept sacred was this idea of if somebody gave their life for their country, that wouldn't be political. I think there's plenty of blame, not on the widow's account, but from whether it's the Congresswoman or the president on this. I wish the president would never have addressed this on Twitter. Be bigger than this issue. Make the call. If the call was interpreted unlike you intended it to be interpreted, maybe issue a statement saying that wasn't my intention and move on. In terms of the Congresswoman, I mean, for her to jump to issues of saying that General Kelly calling her an empty barrel is racist, that's a bridge too far. In terms of, I think, right away coming out with this on national news and making this an issue was wrong on her end, too. So there's plenty of blame to go around. I wish when this finally settles down, who knows when that's going to be, when this settles down, I hope we can get back to respecting on all levels, on both sides, those that have given the ultimate sacrifice for this country.
Finally, on the Senator McCain seemed to take a shot at the president saying about the Vietnam War, quote, "We drafted the lowest income level of America, and the highest income level found a doctor that would say that they had a bone spur." Obviously, President Trump had 5 draft affirmats, one of which was due to bone spurs. You're a veteran. Do you think McCain's statement was fair?
I don't know if it's fair or not. I mean, I know a lot of people that deferred the draft in Vietnam, and I know a lot of people that responded to the call and went and served. I mean, there are a lot of people that frankly fled to Canada and then came back to the United States after that. So I think a lot of these folks, whether it's President Trump or frankly President Clinton, could look back sometimes and say maybe they wish they'd have made a different decision. And plus, maybe the bone spur is actually bad enough to defer draft. I don't know. But at the end of the day, look, I think we need to treasure those who do step forward, the 1%, to defend our country, whether they're first responders or military, and everything in the past. I mean, it's time to move forward.
Congressman, I appreciate your time. Thank you.